Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's the last day of the year and I thought I'd cram in one last video, the best figures of 2017, at least from the ones that I picked up this year anyway. Or, you know, there's plenty of figures that came out that I couldn't get. I ain't rich, so you know, certain ones have to go sort of past me. You know, there's certain Iron Man figures, like the one from Homecoming, the die-cast Iron Man. They look really nice. Came with some awesome accessories. You know, there's some Captain America figures. Been sort of thinking about which one of those I'd like to put in the collection. You know, Winter Soldier is such a good film. Civil War was damn good too. So I would like to get a Cap and an Iron Man at some point, but these are the ones that I picked up in 2017. There was a lot of Michael Myers stuff, a lot of horror stuff. October was a big one for me. Ended up picking up quite a few figures. But these are all the kind of Hot Toys, and I included the NECA stuff as well. So as far as, you know, the best figure of 2017, I might try and work that out with you here. I was thinking about it a little bit before I started shooting, and I do have an idea of who it might be. So I'll get to that, but we'll go through each one individually, and I'll just tell you any pros and cons, quick little summary of how I feel about each one, and we'll get started. I guess we'll start with the Hot Toys stuff down here. So we got the Purple Coat Joker, or as my buddy Nick calls him, the WAF Joker. And you know, he's not for everyone, that's for sure. Now I should mention, some of these figures aren't wearing the clothes that you would get if you bought the figure, and they may not necessarily have the head sculpt that would be on the figure. For instance, these two, I switched the head sculpts over, so this one comes with that, this one comes with that. And I've had to get these Arkham pants from Kitchen on you know, 16kit.com. And this skull doesn't come with them, that came with Vampirella. But certainly, you know, both these head sculpts, they came out the same year, so it's fair to talk about them together like this. But they were just incredibly lifelike. I've got all the figures looking up towards the light because I wanted to catch the glint of light in their eyes, just to really enhance the kind of realism of them. But yeah, incredible head sculpts and amazing tattoo work on this body. So yeah, I mean, there was an issue with the Purple Coat Joker, with the purple coat actually staining his body. The inner lining of the purple coat was leaving purple dye on the really nice body, but you would not want that to happen with this, or any body, but in particular with this one. Kind of first of its kind by Hot Toys. So it's a damn shame. There is a way around it. Check out Keyboard Warriors for their solution, check out my channel for my solution to it, and you can avoid any problems. But yeah, definitely one hell of a head sculpt. Certainly not one of the best of the year, but he's up there, definitely. And then we have the Tuxedo version, which again has the head sculpt from the Purple Coat version, and vice versa. So yeah, really incredible tailoring, pretty good posability, a little bit, you know, nerve-wracking in the arms and elbows, because just got a feeling you got to be careful with these particular bodies. I wouldn't want to go stressing out the elbow joints on this guy. But he came with some pretty cool stuff. Nice tailoring, definitely a very cool figure for 2017. Not the best by any stretch, but you know, incredibly realistic, perfectly executed by Hot Toys. So it's got to be up there. Alright, so on to Harley Quinn. Now this Harley Quinn figure right now has a different head sculpt than the one that you would get with this particular look. This body comes with that head sculpt right there. So that is the head sculpt that we should be looking at when we talk about this body. But I didn't want to go pulling the head off and messing with stuff. I just literally wanted to be pretty quick and get this video up in time for you know, the last day of the year. So that's how she's looking. Now I would put her right near the top of the figures that came out in 2017. Absolutely incredible. The only thing that kind of lets it down a fair bit is those knees. It's just kind of kills the look. So it's the only thing that really lets it down, but it's a big thing really. You see it every time you look at it. Incredible. Other than that, really good. So definitely one of the best of the year, no doubt about it. And on to Black Panther, which is a film I'm really looking forward to seeing in 2018. So hopefully that's good. This is the Civil War version. He was really impressive in that film. Made a hell of an entrance. and I really do like this suit. When I first saw the new suit for the Solo film, I was pretty damn sure I preferred this one, but over time, I'm starting to like the kind of nose design on the new one, the way it's more like a panther or a cat's nose. So I do like that, and the sort of purplish light is really looking nice, bouncing off his shoulders there. It looks pretty epic. But yeah, great posability, really good suit design. However, I have noticed over time, and I only had him kind of stepping forward slightly in a pose where I had him kind of like hulking with his shoulders and looking intimidating, and one leg kind of stepping forward like he was walking. And I ended up with these kind of permanent wrinkles there. You see that? Right there, baby. And on this side, got a little wrinkle action too. You want to get all up in that area right there? Put your eyes on it. Tell me what you see. That's right. Permanent wrinkles, baby. And one hell of a strange looking groin. What is that? You got yourself a micro penis there, Black Panther. Are you allowed to say micro penis and still monetize your video? I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see. I'll let you know. There's Black Panther. He's kind of in the middle. I wouldn't put him up there with the best of 2017. He's nearly there. Upper middle. Alright, now the Arkham Knight by Hot Toys. An absolutely stunning figure. I mean, I think this looks... Do you know what? I haven't seen the Prime 1 Arkham Knight in person. I'm sure it's incredible. But I would put money on a good chance that this is just even more kind of impressive. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking utter rubbish. Like I say, I haven't seen the Prime 1 version, but maybe it's just the lighting and the way it's hitting him right now, but he just looks amazing. But posability sucks. But again, well, lots of buts in this video. As I mentioned in his review, I knew going in that his posability was going to suck. So I wasn't surprised by it, and I wasn't disappointed by it. I knew what I was paying for with this guy. It's all about the look. It's just incredible. And he just it comes with a different mouth plate. I think it was a more aggressive one. I've never even really looked at it again, to be honest. I just put it in the bag with the rest of the 1/6 scale accessories. Yeah, just an amazing execution on this suit. I have got him looking up really high to get the light in the eyes there, so he looks a little bit odd from this angle, but I suppose I could always put his head down for you. Now he looks a bit more intimidating because you can't see the eyes. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, he's definitely not up there with the best, but he's good. Alright, the battle-damaged armored Batman from Dawn of Justice. I ain't calling it Batman v Superman because that's stupid. I call it Dawn of Justice. And that's all it should have been called. Now, posability on this guy was much improved. Now, when I reviewed this figure, I'm glad we get to come back to this. See these gold gauntlet fins, whatever you want to call them, and on the side of the boots they're super gold. And on the, where is he? Oh yeah. On the regular version over there, they were not gold at all. And that spear comes with this version, by the way. I saw some random YouTube video, and I checked before when I reviewed him, and I checked the movie, checked the behind the scenes stuff. Couldn't really see that they were ever this gold in the real, in real life on the suit. But then, like I say, watching a random video on YouTube recently, I saw a clip of them on the rooftop with the green screen behind them, with the rain sort of pouring down in between takes, and they were just standing there laughing, freezing their butts off. And Zack Snyder came over and was talking to Ben Affleck. He didn't have the helmet on, but he had the suit on, and they were gold. So, not all the time do they appear that way, but at least I'm satisfied now because I did see at least one bit of footage behind the scenes where they were that level of gold. But yeah, posability was fantastic. Really bugs me that he looks so calm and relaxed. He should have a more aggressive face. And like I said in the review, with these two bits of the mask here, if that it would not have been accurate to the movie, but if they had have just made that connect just slightly, they could have separated this and given us different mouth plates. and I wouldn't have minded that little trade-off. I'm pretty sure most of you wouldn't have minded that neither. But yeah, a hell of a fine looking piece though, there's no denying it. Look at that. Let me just come back. That's right. Ooh, shit. Anyway, he's up there, to be honest. He's quite high up there because of the posability. You can do quite a fair bit with him. But he loses points because of the blank expression. But he's very good. Not the best. Not one of the best. He's there. He's knocking on the door of one of the best. They're sort of opening the door, just slightly poking their head out, saying, "Can I help you?" They're not opening the door and welcoming, kind of, come on in. Yeah. Alright, we've done quite a bit of Hot Toys, so now before I come to these ladies over here, I'm going to jump ahead to the horror side of things. So we'll get through this quickly, for those of you who are sick of hearing about Michael Myers. I know there's some cool dudes out there, and dudettes, who are enjoying the Michael Myers videos on the channel, and I love you, and appreciate you, and I need you, and it's all good. So I'm going to get through this quickly, because I've already, the last 6 or 7 videos I've done have been about these Michael Myers figures. So just quickly, got this year on eBay, and it's the Boo-Face Myers, but my one's kind of unique because most of them are really battle damaged on the what's this, is right hand side here, whereas mine was by the person who was having this commissioned. He specifically requested that his one not be too battle damaged. He wanted it battle damaged, like he'd been shot and stabbed in places, but the sleeve on this arm is pretty much intact, whereas on most of the other ones it's really kind of not there anymore. And the leg isn't too badly battle damaged neither. Got some scratches and scrapes. Look at that, gory. So mine is kind of unique and kind of absolutely sick, and probably my favorite 1/6 scale figure in the collection. Now, he doesn't really come into the best figure of 2017 really, because he's a custom piece and, kind of one of a kind. I just love looking at it. Look at that angle. Forget about it. I mean, look at that. That's probably my favorite piece in the collection. Just everything considered: statues, busts, figures, 1/6 scale figures, 1/4 scale figures, 7-inch NECA figures, all of them. This guy is still the beast. He's still the king, the absolute ruler of my domain. Fortnightly sacrifices of chickens. It's mandatory. Unless you want some spooky stuff happening in your house at night, you have to respect this thing. Treat it right. Anyway, so we got the Boo. He's my Boo. That's my Boo right there. Get all up in his grill. Check out the sweet corn up in that mother. Look at that. Yeah. So beautiful, but hideous. And then there was the very old, almost a decade old, One's Customs Michael Myers from Halloween 2 hospital scene dream sequence. I've done a hell of a lot of videos on this guy recently, so just go ahead and watch them if you want to know more. But yeah, doesn't really come into it again because he's a custom piece. They're all, they may do runs of these where they'll do like, One's Customs do like 30 and then break the mold and call it a day. But they're all handmade individually, so they're all slightly different. So they are unique, each one. But anyway, so then there was the most recent version of Michael Myers from Halloween 2. We got this thanks to David Tucker at C Creations. He took care of all the body and the knife and the boots. One's Customs did the head. Again, just go ahead and watch previous videos on the channel that were uploaded recently. See more. There's Vampirella, the latest version. Now there should be the Asian version here too, but because of lack of space, I just left her out of the equation. But that was a hell of a piece as well. But I do prefer this one. Go ahead and check out the review comparison to find out why. But absolutely stunning. Does look a bit like Katy Perry, but what are you going to do? It's not the worst thing in the world as long as it doesn't start singing. But there she is. Hell of a piece. 30 Myers. I bought him really more for parts. He came with 2 metal knives, some awesome boots, which I now use for, using them currently on my headless classic 78 Myers. More on that later. But yeah, don't really like his mask, and didn't really like the film, so yeah, just bought him kind of for parts, which have come in very handy. You know, definitely cool for everyone to get a official release Michael Myers figure. It's been a long time, so hopefully we'll get more in the future. But yeah, there's just some of my nice little new additions that came along this year. If you want to know more, just go ahead and check out the channel, it's all there. Alright, let's jump into some Chucky action. I got all of these little Chuckies this year, and just awesome work again by NECA. I absolutely love NECA. They always take care of their fans, man. They listen, and they always deliver in the end. They've done some incredible pieces. I couldn't even, begin to list them all. But this was the retro cloth Chucky, and I used some gel in his hair to kind of slick it back like that because, as I said, they all kind of come out with the hair looking like this. This is the second one I got, and I bloodied and muddied him up and just made him look all nasty. And again, there's videos on that, so check it out. He's a pretty sick piece. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, there's even mud embedded in between his fingers. There. Wash your hands, you dirty boy. And we have the... Why won't the camera focus on this one in the middle? God damn it, there you go. This is the Ultimate Chucky, and I bought 2 of these because I really want another 2 so I can use these head sculpts, because it needs to be done really, but I don't know if I can afford to keep buying these damn things. Maybe I'll just switch them around every now and then. But yeah, the Ultimate Chucky, there's 2 different Ultimates there. Really, really, really awesome pieces. So yeah, great stuff by NECA. Reviews on the channel, check them out. Alright, now onto Freddy Krueger, which was a real pain in the ass. Check out the review. I won't go into it all here, I'll just be repeating myself again, but there was just some really dumb decisions by Sideshow with this guy. A non-removable hat, which, was just rubbish. They should have given you 2 head sculpts, one with a hat on and one without. And the jumper, as you can see here, I've tried my best to make the stripes look a better colour, but it's a crappy jumper. Changed his trousers to a black pair, and that's the stand from the original version from a few years back. Got him looking pretty good. Check out the video. I did some modifications to him, made him look a bit more gory and slimy. That video's on the channel. Definitely worth a watch. But yeah, Freddy, definitely not one of the best. They could have done so much better. I ain't letting you off the hook on that one, Sideshow. But you did make one hell of a Jason figure, didn't you? Ooh, I forgive you. But yeah, I did the blood work on that myself. Yeah, looks alright. I glossed his mask to look kind of shiny because it was very matte, and I checked the film. I don't know, it just looked kind of shiny to me. It makes it look a little bit more expensive, I guess. And I just like the fact that it looks kind of wet. I weathered him myself using real elements, mud, mud mixed with water on a paintbrush and brushed onto his clothes. A little bit of blood here and there. Absolutely sick piece. Little hint for you, I took out his head was never really sitting flush and you always get a gap, so I just took out the bit that was inside the head there, and I just let it sit on there nicely, and therefore you get a really clean, nice neck. But yeah, you like the pose? I haven't changed that one in a while. Look at that, dead center. Ooh, that's nasty. Yeah, for horror fans, one of the best. One of them, yeah, sure, why not? I haven't got Ash yet. They're bloody expensive, these Sideshow figures. Not really justified, to be honest, but Jason's good. Freddy's a real pain in the ass, needs work. Ash looks pretty decent. See about getting him, maybe in time for next Halloween. Alright, well, I guess that wraps it up almost for all the horror stuff. We will have to get to him in a minute, and that'll be the end of that. Alright, moving on. Right, now just before I move on to Harley here, I was checking my videos to see which figures I did get in the past year. I clicked on videos and just went back until I got to the video that said a year ago, which was Darth Vader by Hot Toys from Rogue One. Now, I wasn't sure because it said a year ago. I thought, well, was that just outside of a year or just inside of a year? So I wasn't really sure whether to put him in here or not. And plus, there wouldn't have been space, to be honest. But if Rogue One Darth Vader by Hot Toys was in here, he would be one of the best. Not the best, not at all, but definitely one of the best. This absolutely killer piece. But the new version they're coming out with, Empire Strikes Back one, that looks really sick. But then they're going to do Return of the Jedi as well, so I really couldn't tell you which one to get. But I do love my Rogue One Vader. Anyway, here's Harley from Arkham City 2. Arkham City? What am I talking about? But yeah, I wasn't really ever intending to pick this up. I remember I was in Forbidden Planet up London, and just thought I'd stop in to see if anything, grabbed me. And I stared at her for a while in the box, and I ummed and ahed about it. I wasn't sure. I was like, should I or shouldn't I? But then I thought, what, so it might as well just get her. And I haven't regretted it. She's a fantastic piece. Yeah, not really one of NECA's best of the year, but certainly in the higher middle. No complaints with her. She really is good. If you're having any doubts about it, do not doubt it. You'll definitely enjoy it. Awesome posability. Check out the pose video I did on her, or a review if I did one. I think I did, yeah. I reviewed it and I did a showcase video. Got some really cool poses out of it. You'd be surprised how dynamic a figure she is. Coming over to Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, which is my favourite look for Freddy Krueger from the second movie. Not the best film, of course, but his look, which was more based on a witch apparently, more deep set eyes. Look at that. Really, really awesome. Now, do check out the review on this guy on the channel if you haven't done already, because it was a good one. That was a good review, because I was genuinely very thrilled with this guy and I had a lot of fun filming that review. But yeah, that is definitely one of NECA's best. The Part 3 one looks good as well, but I definitely prefer this. And it was sick that he came with 2 head sculpts as well, so that's pretty cool. But very accurate. The hat is perfect, the colour of the jumper and the way the jumper kind of sat on him in Part 2. NECA absolutely nailed that. They always do. Absolute respect to him. Now, what can you say about the NECA 1/4 scale Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the original film from the 90s? What was it? The very late 80s. I think it was 90, 91, something like that. But yeah, I was 11 or 12 years old, absolutely obsessed, same as all the other kids my age at that time. Magical times, great movies, great music, great cartoons, man, great toys. But NECA absolutely destroyed it on this one, and all the others. This is the only one I could get, really. Don't have the space for him, but had to get Raph. Absolute 10 out of 10. Definitely one of NECA's best of the year, one of the best figures of the year. All of y'all, shut the, you don't even, look at that. Look at that. I've seen some incredible photography with these. Standing in long grass and sunset and stuff, forget about it. Ridiculous. You know the ones we're talking about. Yep, one of the best. One of the best. Right up there. Right up there. Oi, and then we come to Selena Kyle, Batman Returns, NECA again, 1/4 scale. Oh, just look at that, you know? Now, I added that hair myself. It's not the right colour. Damn hard to find the right colour for this little custom job that I was doing. But I left it on there just maybe out of laziness, or maybe out of wishing, hoping that if I look at it long enough it will just start to look accurate. But the other head sculpt, you get 2 head sculpts. I might just have to rock that again soon. I'll try this hair mod again in the future when I come across like a wig or something, or a Halloween mask that has the right kind of colour hair. We'll see what happens, but that'll do for now. But yeah, one of NECA's best. Again, one of I sort of hesitate to say one of the best figures of the year, but no, I don't think I should hesitate, because its posability is amazing, the lightness is amazing, execution is bloody amazing. I didn't have to do hardly any mods to this. I did a little mod on her corset. Check out the channel for that one. But yeah, definitely one of the best of the year, I'd say so. There's nothing wrong with it. We waited a long time for a decent Michelle Pfeiffer figure. I know a lot of people wish, this was 1/6 scale, but I love this. There was no need for me to get the Sideshow premium format statue once I got this. The lightness is just so much better. Yep, one of the best, I'd say so. Nowhere near as good as Raph, but there's nothing not to like about this. There's nothing to complain about. They really took care of the fans on this one. One of the best. Okay, so we come to these last three ladies here on the end. And we'll start with Wonder Woman from Dawn of Justice. Now there is, gosh, at least 3 other versions of Wonder Woman coming from Hot Toys in the near future. We've got the Themyscira training version, which I will get. There's the solo movie version, which I am kind of tempted by for some reason. Maybe I'll sell this one and get that. I don't really want 2 versions of this, even though you could have one with the black cape with the hood displayed like that. So yeah, but I don't like Wonder Woman enough to have 3 of her. I really don't. Don't get me wrong, I love the movie. I bought 2 copies of the movie because I couldn't decide between the steel tin or the awesome, sorry, not, yeah, I bought 2 versions basically. I'll have to do a Blu-ray Steelbook collection video for you guys so you can see, but just, you know, there was no way I could choose between those 2 awesome packages. So anyway, the solo film was really good. This figure is very good indeed. Very nerve-wracking when it first came out because I was one of the first to get it. It was new territory for Hot Toys and everyone was very worried about the joints and the body ripping if you put it in extreme poses or wrinkling the body. By the way, I have put gel in her hair to calm it down, so if you're wondering, you know, how it looks like that, just some gel. I would say that she is upper middle. She's almost one of the best because as time's gone on, I haven't had any issues with her. She is a bit dodgy in the knee area, particularly in one leg. One of the legs, when I try to bend the knee, it goes a bit to the side. I know other people have had that too. One guy even broke his leg, or her leg. But she looks amazing. There's no doubt about it. Edging, she's really, again, she's knocking on the door of one of the best, and they've opened it. They're chatting to her. She might get in. Looking like that, she might get in. I'm not gonna lie. Great figure. Great figure. Great head sculpt. People, you know, even me actually, when I first did the review, I was saying I could see Lady Gaga and stuff, and maybe, but it's definitely a killer like Mr. Gal Gadot. Yeah. And the lovely vibrant armor. So well done. Very, very cool. So, I don't know, we'll see. You got the Justice League version coming out as well. Which I don't really like the bases on them because she'd be so much taller than everyone else in display, and I don't know. So I'm thinking more maybe the solo movie version. See what I do about this one. Yeah, she's up there. Turned out to be one of the best, I think. Even though you can't leave her displayed in an extreme pose, I think everyone's pretty happy with their Wonder Woman right now. Everyone who got her, at least. It's just an incredible looking piece, and you'd be surprised. You check out the channel, like certain videos, like display videos, pose videos. I managed to get her looking pretty dynamic without going too crazy with bending the arms or legs. You'll be surprised. Anyway, moving on. Alright, it's Ripley time. And she is a very, very good figure. Definitely not one of the best. But there's not much to complain about. I mean, some people would like, you know, rooted hair like Wonder Woman has. Other people were relieved that that didn't happen in the end and that we got molded sort of plastic hair like this. So it's from my favorite Alien movie, the first one, very closely followed by the second movie, Aliens. I think Hot Toys will probably do the Aliens version of Ripley, but I think I'll probably just stick with this one to be honest. Maybe, we'll see how it goes. Don't really know if I want 2 Ripleys in, you know, the collection. Same with Wonder Woman, you know. Just not sure if I really need 2 of them, or indeed 3 of them. Yeah, so many versions of you on the way. But yeah, she is right in the middle, I'd say. Yeah, right in the middle of the whole deal. The Jonesy cat looks pretty decent like this, but as everyone said, not so decent when you take it out of there and try and display it on its own. But yeah, great tailoring, really good outfit, great head sculpt, and the hair turned out pretty decent too. Alright, that's Ripley. A fine figure indeed. Worth the wait. You go and save the best for last. That's right. I think I would put her at the top. I know, it's controversial and lots of you are freaking out right now and some of you are agreeing with me. Not many of you, I'm sure. But I just think with everything she came with, this is Jyn Erso, by the way, from Rogue One, the 1/6 scale figure, deluxe version. the outfit option she came with, there's so many layers, like just on her right now. There's like 3 layers of clothing, and well, 4 if you count the scarf. And then there's all the other clothing items she comes with, the constructible weapons, just everything, man. Sick. Great head sculpt. Really love it. Hell of a character from a great Star Wars film, turned out in the end. Really cool. And I don't know, she's a lot shorter than most other female figures from Hot Toys, so I think Hot Toys went and made a body specifically for her. And because she, you know, spoiler alert, she died at the end of the movie, we're not really going to ever see her again, I don't think. So she really does stand alone as a great character from a great film and a very important character. I mean, she, you know, her acts, it's like saying insects, you know, having trouble. But the thing she done in Rogue One, you know, laid the foundation in the end. Absolutely sick piece. I just, you know, my gut instinct when I was thinking about it and I was setting up this display, and when I was, you know, on my way home from work in the wee hours of the morning thinking, will I really have the energy to do this before I go to bed? Something just in me said, you know, Jyn Erso's #1. You know that's true. And I was like, really? Jyn? But like I say, all the stuff she came with, all the fun I had doing pictures with her and stuff, one hell of a figure. So, you know, I love Mamaya's stuff. I mean, this was the best thing I got last year, or this year. But if I want to be, you know, including all y'all, something that, you know, any one of us could get if we save up, then she, to me, was definitely one of the best. And as I'm feeling right now, the best. So there you go. Like I say, totally controversial. I know most of you would never agree with that, but you know, I just, like I say, everything she came with, the amount of fun that I had with her, and I'm only really including the stuff that I have here. I know there's plenty of other figures that came out in 2017 that I didn't get that are absolutely amazing balls, but I know, I just have to go through the ones that I have here. So that is what I'm telling you. I think she was technically the best one that I got. But bang for your buck and all that stuff. Not the most, you know, visually impressive out of this whole gang. That's, you know, she's you know, she's subtle. She's understated. She's a badass. Alright. That was 2017. Thank you for all your support on the channel. And I'll see you in 2018. We've got some crazy stuff coming. You're going to need to stay tuned. It'd be wise to stick with me. Otherwise you'll miss out on all that awesomeness. Happy New Year!